Indiana Republican Congressman Marlin Stutzman, who also is on the House Committee of Financial Services and Budget Committee. Thank you so much for joining us, a great guest for this very topic. You know, when we take a look at all of this, Canada is retaliating with tariffs on energy that could really immediately affect 3 U.S. states, as Alicia just talked about, and then also pausing U.S. alcohol exports. So what do you say to American consumers who are going to be heavily impacted by Trump's tariff plans? Should we hold steady? Should we be worried? What are you telling people?
Yeah, thanks, Laura, for having me on. And our thoughts and prayers are those in New York on Long Island with the fires. And we'll be praying for them and hope that that can be resolved quickly. But I would say, you know, I'm here in the Midwest, here in Indiana, right next to the Michigan border and the Ohio border. So I come from a district that is heavy in manufacturing and agriculture. So those questions have been asked a lot. How are the tariffs going to affect our particular industries? On one hand, we're seeing manufacturing tick up because people are going to start bringing their projects here to the United States to avoid the tariffs. Agriculture is, you know, we have the strongest ag industry in the world. And I'm, you know, come from a family farm, so I understand how important trade is to agriculture. It's the #1 export for the United States. But we also are very patriotic. And we realize that the debt that the federal government has, $36 trillion, is too much to sustain. We also know that that President Trump is going to help deregulate the federal government. The amount of regulations on the farming industry and manufacturing and the energy industry is enormous. He's going to start the rebuilding or the finishing the Keystone Pipeline. So those are all other pieces that no one's talking about that Trump's doing. I believe that's going to offset a lot of that. And I know that people trust that he's going to get this economy back on track and that he's got our back.
Well, on to another subject I wanted to ask you about. We had this confrontation with J.D. Vance by Ukrainian protesters while he was with his toddler, and demonstrations at Tesla dealerships are happening too. So what are Republicans doing to hear out those who are against this administration while trying to, you know, look, there's free speech, but some people say a lot of this has gone too far?
Yeah. Well, you know, again, like President Trump said in the clip that you played earlier, that it takes some time. You know, I'm a business guy. I've done startups, I've done turnarounds, and it takes some time to build that foundation to fix problems. That's one of the things that we're doing this next week, you know, by doing a CR to till the end of September. So that way we can start with our budgeting process. And so it's going to take some time. You know, people, the Democrats like to talk about the price of eggs. Well, we've got a flu pandemic, a bird flu pandemic across the country that is also affecting that. And I know for a fact, USDA, that's one of their top priorities, is to resolve that problem. And so when you get into all of these issues and throw on top of that Ukraine, again, it's going to take some time. But I'll tell you what, President Trump is the best negotiator we've had on the Ukrainian issue. The fact that Zelensky hasn't signed that mineral rights deal with the United States is crazy to me. It really does, you know, build the relationship between Ukraine and America for the long term, and he should do it right away.
Democratic Congressman Seth Moulton was on our show a little bit earlier, and he spoke to us about the Republican-led spending bill. I wanted to play this for you and get your reaction.
Last week, they all got in line to pass a completely partisan budget that slashed Medicaid, slashed veterans funding, but yet made room for tax cuts for billionaires. And yet this week, when Republicans are planning to, again, with a purely partisan vote, not compromising on a bill that the Democrats could vote for as well, but on a purely partisan basis, trying to keep the government open, and they're not even sure they can do that.
All right, so what's your response to that?
Well, first of all, you know, they like to talk about the spending cuts. You know, we're going into the appropriation process where we have multiple committees in the House that have jurisdiction over different places. You know, we just got to spend about an hour and a half with Elon Musk last week on Thursday or Wednesday night, actually, and he was telling us of what they're finding with the DOGE team. I think as this is done, as DOGE does their work, we're going to learn a lot more what they're finding. And I think the American people, I hear it back home that the American people are my folks in Northeast Indiana appreciate the fact that we're actually learning where our tax dollars are going to places that we don't want them to go. I mean, whether it's $20 million Kazakhstan or $20 million in Iraq. What if you brought that $20 million to Kendallville, Indiana, or Bluffton, Indiana, or any, name the town across the country? That would be a huge boost to rebuilding our rural towns. Rural America is struggling right now due to the lack of interest from Washington. And that's why I told President Trump at his address last Tuesday night that I appreciate him mentioning the farmers, because somebody's got to look out for them in rural America, and I believe Trump is. And so I think the Democrats' message is off base. You're going to find a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse that's eliminated. Priorities that the Democrats had, for example, the EV mandate is not a priority for Republicans, nor should it be a priority for the federal government to even get involved. So there's a lot of those programs that will be eliminated, and the tax cuts, that's going to help small businesses and farmers more than anything else.
Look, each side has a long list of things that they need to get through, and we will continue to monitor it. All Indiana Republican Congressman Marlin Stutzman, thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All
You
right.
bet.
Thank you.